Hi, this is Toby, and this is the first tutorial of a series about tracking in Mocha and After Effects. I'll start with a simple planar track, and we'll remove the sign right there. You can see it in the background behind the plant. So this is our shot, and it's already cleaned up. It's for the feature movie No Linie. Thanks to Chris Santa for letting me use this shot. Let's delete everything so we can start fresh and import our footage with Ctrl-I and Command-I on a Mac, and check the frame rate. Just use the shortcut, and yeah, 25 frames is right. Create a new composition, and let's check the shot for a good frame to start. I think the first frame is already perfect. Go to Animation and drag in Mocha AE. Mocha will start now. The frame rate is set right, so we can go to the advanced tip and check catch clip, so Mocha can catch the clip. This will make the whole workflow a lot faster. You can also check this in the settings, in the preferences of Mocha, so you don't have to check this box every time. Now Mocha is catching the clip. This will take some time. Once it's finished, go to File, Preferences, and under the output settings, check this box catch original clip and hit OK. Hit Z to zoom into this shot with the left mouse button, and take the X-Spline tool and draw a rough mask about the part you want to track. I think this is good because it's a high contrast area. And yeah, we don't need shear in perspective, just translation, scale and rotation, and let's track backwards first. Once it's tracked, we can activate our grid and adjust the blue box so it matches the perspective and the part we want to track. If you accidentally lose your box, just hit on the layer again in the left panel and yeah, finish adjusting. When this is done, you can hit the right hand at the top to stabilize the shot. It makes it a lot easier to show if your track is solid. As soon as the track is finished, we can check it, and it looks good, but a little shaky. I think we have to adjust our X-Spline tool. So I'm hiding the grid again, and here the plant is distorting the track. So just adjust your X-Spline. Again, you can also mark more than 1 point and move them all at the same time, and now we can track backwards. And I ping my grid and hit track backwards. Let's check the track again, and yeah, it looks pretty stable. Alright, now we can export our track by selecting the layer in the left panel and go to File, Export. Don't use the corner pin, just the transform, that's all we need because we're going to pass it on a null. Switch to After Effects, create a new null object and paste your track. As we can see, the null object is at the right place. Awesome, so we can continue with creating our clean plate. Let's search for a good frame. This is the first one. Now go to Composition, save frame as, File. I prefer File and not Photoshop layers because we don't need the Photoshop layers. In the file format, you can see the frame you saved. It's not shown in the Photoshop layer file. But if I hit File, Composition, Save Frame as File, and I hit on the output, I can see the frame rate. So just hit Save, under Photoshop, go into Post-Render Action and import it, OK, and just render the frame. Now it's automatically imported in After Effects. Put it into your comp, and just hit Command E or Ctrl E to open it in Photoshop. Now we'll just start painting out the sign. So this might be a little boring. I'm just using the clone stem tool, and I just skip this part right now. As soon as you finished your painting, just save the Photoshop file and it's automatically updated in After Effects. Now we have to link our Photoshop file to our null object, so it's tracked with the null. Let's disable the Photoshop layer so we can draw a mask about the sign, around the sign, and this time a little bit more exactly as in Mocha. Now we can feather the mask, hit F to feather the mask of the actor layer, and hit M 2 times to get to the mask settings and expand it a little bit. That looks okay so far. I guess you can do it a lot better, but that's enough for a tutorial. And it stays at the point. Perfect. Now we can duplicate our layer, put it about our Photoshop file and rename it, because I want to replace the plant that we lost, what we painted. Freeze the frame under the time menu, and now draw a shape around one of the other plants or something you would like to put inside this place. Let's drop this layer, oh not both, just this one plant layer, about the empty area, repaint it out and put it in the correct position. Maybe feather it a little bit too. Yeah. And now it needs to be animated because the plants around are a little bit shaken. First link it to the null object so it tracks with the shot. That looks okay. And now adjust the anchor point of the plant by hitting Y and just move it to the button. Now hit R for rotation and animate the rotation. After you did this with a few keyframes, just continue with the position, hit P to get to the position and do the same thing right there. Just animate it not too much. It should be a little settled like the other plants around it. You can also adjust it to be in ease, so it's a little smoother. If you finished setting all your keyframes, we can create a little expression. Just click on the little clock and type in loopout type equals cycle. And this will just loop our keyframe, so we don't have to keyframe the complete sequence. You can just copy paste it into the position part 2. And now our plane is animated. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and some other ones will follow. This was a really basic one, but there will be some advanced ones too. Also some tutorials about camera tracking and not only 2.5D tracking like in this case. Maybe give me a like on my Facebook page, that always helps a lot. And goodbye, see you next time.